There are tales that are told many times here. Tales are of course best told to children, but here there are none. So we men and women make do telling stories to each other in our cabins at night, around a warming fireplace. This is a violent, desperate place, and only at night can we feel hope. Hope for the new day yet to come.
You know, I don't care who you are, so long as you deliver.
Welcome to Icarus, and if you haven't seen the game before, I'm going to be doing a little playthrough here of some various bits and pieces. I've selected a pretty hard mission to do single player, just so you can get a bit of a feel for what it's like, and I'm going to show you some little tips and tricks as I go along. Well, one of the things when you start in Icarus is you've got to start collecting resources, which I'm doing here. I'm using a prefabricated pickaxe which I brought down from the space station, and you can purchase those before you come down, but I've got to also make whole piles of other equipment. Craft yourself a stone knife and a bow and arrow to start with. And as soon as you've used that stone knife and you've killed your first creature, super important is that you upgrade to a bone knife almost immediately. Collect everything that's around you, and that will set you up quite nicely. And the reason that you upgrade everything is this game is all about resource gathering, and the better tool you use, the better resources you will gather. So there's a wolf there. So always upgrade from stone to bone quickly, and I just need some stone arrows. If you kill the animals around you, like this wolf here, you want to always try to get them with a stealth attack. Gives you a nice animation. And then wait. Early game wait, because if there's other wolves or sometimes boars around, they will get attracted to the carcass, and it saves you having to hunt them down. They'll just come to you. So you just wait a moment. But there's none around, so I'm just going to harvest this with my stone knife. And use the knife in your hand to rapidly gather the bone. And I need some wood. This is what this game's like, gathering various resources of various items, typical survival game dynamic. The tree animations, chopping them down, is really nicely done. Now hopefully with that wood, yes, I can make a bone knife. And you see that gives a 50% gain over a stone knife, so you really want that. Take your stone knife, destroy it, because that will give you some resources back, and away we go. Always make sure you pick up everything on the ground, particularly pumpkins and squashes. When you cook those up, they're going to give you nice bonuses to stamina and things like that. Now my dropship was in a really crappy location, so I wanted to come down here by this lake, and I think I'm going to build here, but I don't see any fish, and that could be annoying, because when you cook fish up they give you good bonuses as well, like a lot of food in this game. But it's time to get building. I'm just going to take you back to how I got into the game. So this is how all your games start. You go to your character selection. You've got 3 characters you can pick from, and this is my high level character. And I wanted to start a new prospect. This is all the missions that you can choose from. As you can see, it's like a tree structure with different branches coming off. I've done a lot of them, and I just wanted to find the right mission. I want it to be long but not too long, And I ended up on this
Denial
one.
might be
And you
a
always
pack
get
of
these
wolves,
voiceovers to
but
start
they're
with.
wolves with cash. And right now, they want exotics. Think you're ready to go hunting for real? You'll need equipment for this one, so check your mission briefing. It's your call.
Now at the beginning of all those voiceovers, they often mention a faction, but they don't have the factions in the game. Quite a significant oversight. But this mission, I need to locate exotics, mine it, and then bring them back to orbit. I'm going to claim that. I get 400 reward points, and then I can confirm my loadout. Some of the stuff that I'm going to take down, and I'm taking down with me a canteen, an auxiliary pod that allows me to move a little bit quicker, oxygen bottle, and a prefabricated axe, or pickaxe. Okay, I'm going to need plenty of wood. So my first structure is going to be a wood structure. Later on I'm going to stone it up. It's going to be really necessary because I have to build a fabricator, and that's going to take me quite some time. And on top of that, once I built the fabricator, I need a radar and an extractor. So I want a good solid base. So 4 foundations, 2x2 to start with is a good option, with a few pillars to support it. And your fireplace, of course, because I'm going to need to cook that food early in the game. And if I do a 2x2, I need 8 walls, so we'll get those down as well. And when you're placing your floors down, always make sure they're above the terrain, like they float slightly above it. If they're even slightly glitched into the terrain, you have problems with placing things down, so always make sure it's floating. And I'll show you what I mean. Look, if you see I put these pillars down on the corner, you see it's slightly floating. I'll be putting stone structures down on this, so if I don't get the pillars down, it might well collapse. Oh, and hold R to orientate things. Yeah, need a couple more pillars at the end there, I think. Placing these is always really weird. It's sort of like you're looking off to the side often, it seems like. I might be wrong, but it seems really strange. But it does work, and if I drink, you'll notice, just show you this here, I have my canteen, which I brought down from the spacecraft. That is going to stay full for ages, and that's going to be a big help. Really useful, the canteen and the oxygen tank. 2 critical things once you can unlock those. Let's get these walls down. Oh, and hold R to get different options like windows and stuff. And hang on. I believe dinner is served. Time. Let's get this crafting bench down. First thing you need to get down, pretty much, apart from your fireplace. Stick that in the corner over here. And then you're going to need oxide dissolver and stone furnace and a fireplace. Those are some of your key things you're going to want. Let's clear out my inventory here a bit. Oh, and that is a pumpkin. I should cook that up. That will give me a boost as well. All these foods will give you a boost, so get that into my fireplace. And if you look at this, oh, hang on, just before I consume that, I'll show you something. Down the bottom here, that's my health bar. Health is low. Consume this, and you watch it jump up. Yep, just like that. Consuming a variety of food will give you more boosts. Our little humble home is coming along nicely, so I've got some fur, so let's put a sleeping bag down. Now I'm going to show you a trick for the unwary, so to speak. Do not put your sleeping bag beside your fireplace. Sometimes when you spawn in, you spawn beside it and you end up on your fire, and that's happened to me in the past, and I burnt my whole house down. Keep your sleeping bag away from your fireplace, and let's get the oxide dissolver underway. And then we are making some good progress. One thing about Icarus, you're going to spend a fair part of your early game knocking rocks. Oh, and I mentioned earlier on about the storms. The first storms are just sort of wind storms and sometimes a bit of rain, and you can survive them pretty much okay, so don't get too worried about them. They won't even damage your structure. Skinning bench, going to need that. That will give me bigger bonuses for when I get animals, and let's get this big fireplace down. Now, if I didn't have those supports under these wooden structures, this would potentially collapse my whole structure by putting such a heavy stone object on the wood. Get this dangerous fireplace up. And I will keep that because I'll need that later on. And let's get the stone furnace down. And get this skinning bench down. Got to start doing some mining shortly. I'm going to need this stone furnace to start cooking up some of that iron, smelting it. Get the skinning bench into the corner. It's going to get crowded in here, but this is a good starting base. Yeah, it looks pretty good here. I like it. And that's that oxide dissolver. You can hear it clicking away. Oh, I think I've got company out here. Sometimes they get glitched on your door frames. Oh god, that was a mistake. Should have put it on my skinning bench. Oh well, too late now. And got to go get some ores and iron and all that sort of stuff. And there is a cave around here. You can sometimes tell where they are, but there is also, you can also cheat a little bit. There are interactive maps which you can get, obviously not part of the game. I'll put a link to those below, and they can really help you out because it can take a long time to find ore. Caves are not empty, and that little red fangy looking thing indicator shows a warning for pneumonia. You don't want to get pneumonia, it's a real pain in the ass. I'm just going to clear this cave out a little bit. It has residents which spit poison at you, but a couple of shots to the face and you can get rid of them. Shoot and dodge, you normally get them. Now they will respawn. Throw the torch down. I've done this a lot, so it's not too tricky. Yeah, they will respawn eventually. Normally after a day or so. But you want to clear the cave while you're in here mining. Because to make this fabricator, which you can see my objective there on the left hand side, I need a lot of resources. I'm going to have to resource and mine the hell out of this cave. I got a ton of iron out of that cave. It was really good actually. It was bloody excellent. A little bit of copper, and there is still more to get. So that's good. Going to need a lot of that. I'm going to need so many resources. This is going to be crazy. So much ore. This is going to be a long mission, I'm telling you. And I caught pneumonia. Good on me. 50% minus health regeneration. You don't want to catch this. It's really bad. Now I'm just going to build myself an upgrade tool here. I got myself a masonry bench and I started to make myself some stone structures. So I'm spending the time here where you press R with this building upgrade tool, press R and then you can just click into the ground and it will upgrade those items. I've also, by the way, already upgraded my pillars to stone. I've in the past made that mistake of forgetting to do the pillars and then putting the stone floors down and the whole structure collapses and you lose everything. You don't want to do that. Yeah, this is looking good. Quite liking this. It's already getting a bit cramped, and this is my masonry bench. As you can see, I've got some good ore. Got my anvil here. Use this to craft in the early game to start with sort of nails. You need them on your masonry bench to make stone items and walls and roofs and that type of stuff. But I'm getting to the point where the storms are going to start damaging my wood structure, so I need stone. Get those iron nails. Cook the meat up. Get these walls made. It's looking good, I think. It's not looking bad at all. It's small, it's functional. Just get rid of this one just in case lightning hits it. I don't need it. Yeah. I've got just under 7 days. Yeah, and this is why you need your stone structure. Because these lightning storms come in, and with the stone structure I just don't need to worry about it anymore. But I've got a lot to do. There's so much to get done.